Are we live? I don't know. Facebook, this whole new Facebook. I believe we are live. Just saying, possibly to myself, that this new Facebook Live interface is a total disaster today. It wouldn't even work at all. Maybe download the new beta version of the web browser or something. What? Anyway, here we are. Welcome to Direct Mail Monday, May 11th, 2020. Steve Sipress here. I'm going to start off with a correction from last Direct Mail Monday video last week, where I showed you my gift with renewal for the good old continuing saga of the AARP, this handy dandy carrying bag with strap. And as I took this out of the case live on last week's Direct Mail Monday video, a piece of paper just flew out, and I was like, of course, the paper says, thank you for renewing your membership, and here's your gift, and there you go. But part of me thought, like, how come it took until May to get that gift? Shouldn't that, I renewed in January, shouldn't that have come sooner? And then I realized when I read this piece of paper that, yeah, it did. We got something different. We got another one of those trunk organizers. This one, as this paper says, is not the gift with renewal. This, dear viewer, if you are a member of the AARP, and even if you're not, check this out. Might be worth checking into. I certainly get my 15 or 20 bucks worth every year and whatever they send. But dear fellow driver, encloses your free gift for requesting more information about the AARP Automobile Insurance Program from the Hartford. No wonder, says the Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford. Like I showed last time, I was like, why would they say that? They sell all kinds of insurance. But meathead me not realizing that's because, now I remember, our insurance was recently up for renewal. And I was like, let me just check around. The AARP must have a great deal. They're always sending me everything. And I checked in and they said, yeah, just by getting a quote, we send you a free gift. So bonus lesson from last Direct Mail Monday is that's how you go above and beyond if all your competitors do the free consultation. And then when I counsel people, you go to helpfromsteve.com. I give you a free consultation. I'll say, well, can't you do better than that? And they'll say, it's free. How can you do better? You can pay people to get a consultation. If you're a contractor, you can pay people to get an estimate. Everyone does free estimate. Why don't you pay people for an estimate? Why don't you give them something that costs you $1 like this? They buy it in such huge quantities, so you probably can't get this for $1. You could get this for $4, but you could probably go to a pizza place and get a certificate for a pizza for $3. That's their food cost on a pizza, especially if they're smart at all. And you explain to them the value of getting somebody to come in and get a pizza. They're also now going to buy the 2-liter Coke and the crazy bread and the salad, the this, or that. Maybe they'll come back again and again because now they love the pizza. They never knew your place was there. I mean, if they're a lifetime customer and they spend $20 a week in your pizza place, that's $1,000 a year for the next 5 years. You made $5,000. So just give me the certificates for free, and I'm going to give them out to everyone I meet as a plumber, heating and air, whatever. So, but bottom line, gift with free estimate beats all your competitors just doing free estimate, free estimate, free estimate, free estimate. You get a free whatever with the estimate, and that's what they did. Here's your free gift for requesting more information, for getting a quote. We want you to have this gift with our compliments. It's simply our way of thanking you for taking the time to inquire about the program. So they could not get a lower rate than whatever the one we're with. So even though I did not give them any business, they still sent me the gift. We win. How cool is that? Wonder, I'll probably do that every year now. In addition to not ever getting the multi-year or lifetime renewal, I renew every year to get the gift every year. It's really just to see what their renewal marketing campaign is. But now I can get an auto quote every year. Our program's for 6 months. Maybe I can get one every 6 months, see what else gift and how they follow up with that letter, which I just read to you word for word. So there's a letter you can use to enclose with whatever gift it is you drop off with them, send them, whatever it is. It's another touch point, another time you get to say hello, whether it's just through the mail or in person or over the phone or an email or text message. Here's a gift. It's a pretty good way to show up to people, right? Saying, here is a gift, and they say thank you instead of your cold calling and saying, can I please get in your house and give you an estimate on your heating and air? Like, much better, offer them a gift for it. Okay, that's Now we're finished with last week, since I was remiss and missed all that at the end of last week. This week, check it out. We have another humongo oversized postcards, which you know are my favorites. And tied for second place is everything else. Because any other size postcard you're sending, you're crazy. Send the big whopping double side full color oversized post. How does this not get people's attention? Get them, at least they're going to glance and look at your thing, and this says really big 4 times or 3 times. Save 25%. Save 25%. 25% off. 25 years in the same color, font size, 25 months, 25 years. It's their 25-year anniversary. Don't pay anything for 25 months and save 25%. It's their 25, 25, 25 promotion. So over and over, they're getting your attention. And if it came on a tiny postcard in black and white because you wanted to save a buck, it would likely just get tossed. But this gets attention and do a number of things really well. So let's go to those first. We'll start with the good. Number one, they are doing what I've been saying for the past couple of months. In all my videos, they have been acknowledging that times are different. The entire world has completely changed than it was just 2 months ago. And you want to acknowledge that and not just send out the same old piece just because that piece works. All you got to do is add in one line. So maybe this piece always worked, but they add in one line here. These days, many of us feel like our home is our safe haven. So they're using the word safe because that's like the most popular word these days. And these days, so they're acknowledging there's something going on these days. And then it says, but given what we've all recently been through, we feel like it's now our time to give back to you. So they're giving the reason why for the sale. It goes beyond, it's our 25-year anniversary. It's also, given what we've all recently, we're all in this together. Great stuff. We're all in this together. Of course, we're not all in this together. People who work for the government haven't missed a penny out of their paycheck. Small business owners screwed left and right. I thought we're all in this together, but I digress. So they're acknowledging it there, and then they also acknowledge it in this handwritten font on the other side. And my dear mom, who this was my 5th Mother's Day without my mom, she passed away a little over 5 years ago, and she's still receiving mail. Marilyn. That's my mom, Lynn Sipress. So I'll just read it there in case you can't. Marilyn, crazy year for a milestone. So they're acknowledging right there that these times are crazy. It's their 25th year anniversary. So what they're saying is, gee, we got to go through with this promotion right now. And that's where I differ with them. Crazy year for a milestone, trying to get our crews working with our biggest savings and financing ever. Yeah, but try is a euphemism for fail, first of all. So you're trying to get your crews working, but that ain't working. You just admitted it. You said trying. You could have said we're getting our crews working. That would mean you are doing it, but trying means failing. Ring me for a quote, video appointments to sign Joe, as if there really is a person. Joe, by the way, that's a good use of, put that name in the ad. So, and you put a different name in every different way that you use to advertise this special. So you do it on the radio, you say call and ask for Mary. And in this postcard, it says call Joe. And in an email, it says call Frank. And then you can track the ad just from people calling and saying, is Joe there? Of course, there's no Joe, Mary, Frank, or maybe there's 100. I think there's 500 people answering the phone. It's a national company. But that's a tracking mechanism. And it's also a personalization message. The message doesn't just say from the manager, from the VP of whatever. A lot of companies make that mistake. From Joe. Joe who? Joe! So here's some other things they're doing right. Look at all the different phone numbers. You got the whole thing covered. Phoenix, East Valley, West Valley. For those people who don't live here, that's east of Phoenix, west of Phoenix. Tucson, it's about 2 hours to the south. Flagstaff, 2 hours to the north. And then a catch-all, toll-free, in case you're even further away from any of that. So in other words, we got the whole area covered, and maybe you recognize your area code here, and you say, wow, there's a guy near me, let's call. And then, of course, if you call and ask for Joe, you're not watching my video if you think that at all these numbers there's a guy named Joe. But here's the thing. And, of course, you got the weasel clause, where I disagree with here, where they weasel out of everything. Oh, it's not good with this, and it's only good if you do that. It's not. But the part of the weasel clause I have a big problem with. But first up, let me finish covering the good things. So good things are blasting out this 25, 25, 25, right? 25 years you've been in business, 25% off, and no payments for 25 months. So they could say it for 2 years, but the 25, the 25, the 25, really well done. So, by the way, you don't have to wait till you're in business 25 years to do this. Maybe it's one of your kids' 25th birthday. Maybe it's one of your nieces or nephew's 25th birthday. Maybe it's 25 months that your secretary's been working for you. Maybe it's 25 months that your dog has not crapped on the carpet. There can be anniversaries of anything. You don't have to wait for the actual anniversary, your wedding anniversary. I mean, people have done some real inventive ones over the years. Maybe you have. It's our, 3 1/3 year anniversary. So we're giving 3 33% off or whatever, you can make up an anniversary or an occasion for anything. You don't have to wait until there's an occasion. And I think that's the fault here. They've kind of been waiting for this and planning all ahead. And then the lockdown hit and they're like, oh, crap. That's right when we've got our 20th anniversary promotion. And being a big company, they're not nearly as nimble and therefore as smart as you, small business owner, entrepreneur, can be. I hope you are, but I'll just say can be, with your advertising and marketing, because you're nimble and you can move on a dime. So you don't have to say, even if you have been planning this thing for a year or 6 months or whatever, you got it all printed up and everything ready to go, and the website's all set up and the blah and the this and that. You don't have to. Heck, didn't they cancel the whole Final Four? Didn't they cancel spring training? They did here in Arizona and in Florida. They canceled the whole 2020 Olympics. So why do they say crazy year for a milestone? Yeah, crazy, as in you're crazy to continue this promotion in the midst of the chaos of just ending the shutdown. Arizona is one of these fairly late adopter, wishy-wash, ridiculous, insulting, there's such a thing as a non-essential worker and a non-essential business. Really tell that to my landlord. Tell that to the electric company, my phone bill. Like, I'm pretty essential here. I need to get to work. Not to mention, when you close down a small business, you're not just closing down their economy. It's not all about like, oh, we value the money over life. It's like, we love our business. We put every penny and every second back into it for you. We love it. It's our hobby, pretty much. Sometimes a very expensive hobby if it's not making money, or you could make more money working somewhere else. But we love it. So now you took away what we love to do. I love to go in and cut hair. I love to go in and serve. I love to go in and run my restaurant and greet everybody. So a barber on TV is like, we're not just a barber. We're the neighborhood connection here. The barbershop is often the hub of whatever community it's in. People come in and just hang out when they're not even getting their haircut. Everyone hangs out. And they make movies like that. People just hang out in the barbershop. So you've cut off the whole community here. We're the people that people tell about they're upset with their wife. They can't tell their wife this stuff. So now you've locked them up in their home with their wife for 2 months, and they get all this frustration. They don't even tell anybody. So no wonder spousal abuse is way up, child abuse is way up, suicide is way up. The cure for this virus is, of course, going to be hundreds of times worse than the virus ever could have been, but I digress. So here's another thing they do really great. Look at the way they write out that website. The website is not the name of the company.com, which I'm sure they have, renewalbyanderson.com or anderson.com or windows.com or whatever they have. Not on here, very smart. But they do have 25th anniversary sale.com. Very smart, which means you can't register that one now. But you could have. Anybody could have. What's that got to do with Anderson Windows and Doors? That's just called smart marketing. We pay $8, $10, $12, whatever, and we get the domain 25th anniversary sale.com. Can you right now register 20th anniversary sale.com and my son's birthday sale.com and my dog's birthday and dog years sale.com and my dog didn't crap on the carpet sale.com? I mean, why not? Very smart. And they capitalize it, not like a lot of small businesses make the mistake where they would have a small a small s, so you wouldn't even be able to read it. It'd be like 25th anniversary for rice sale or whatever. No, but see, with the capital letters, it's very clear what it says. So very smart. They don't waste time with the www. You still see that. Small business owner interviewed on TV, and they'll go, how do people get a hold of you? Go to our website. It's www. Of course it is. You don't, oh, and then, or they make the mistake. They go backslash. It's not backslash, forward slash. But look, anyway. So they're doing that right. They got a website, very smart. They're putting this handwritten message on here, very smart, even though it's written to someone who's passed away 5 years ago. And they've got the whole 25-25. They're using the oversized, full color, both sides. A lot of things right there. And they've got a lot of words on here, not a lot of blank space. Doesn't have to be centered and look nice and look like a piece of art. It is actually purposely off-center, crooked, all different fonts, all different colors, all different sizes. It's called an involvement device. That gets you involved. I can't just breeze through this because it's easy to read. It's not. It's all over the place and jumbled and whatever. It violates every rule of graphic design. So therefore, I need to actually pay attention to read this thing and spend some time. And anybody who doesn't need windows or doors, not even thinking about it, they're going to toss it anyway. But the person that is, believe me, they'll take out a magnifying glass and they'll read every word of this thing, and they want you to write more and more, and they wish it was a bigger postcard and fold it out, and they wish you'd send them an 18-page sales letter telling them everything they need to know about windows and doors. So don't feel, don't listen to graphic artists that tell you, oh, it has to be clean and neat, and it's too many words there, and, oh, it's not centered, and this thing is off, it's offline, and it looks ugly, and it's jumbled, and yeah, listen to me instead. That's how you do it. So they know what they're doing, but here's the problem. Crazy year for a milestone. In other words, cut it out, because the deadline, call now before the sale ends May 31st. Well, here in Arizona, things are just barely opening up now. Like, I think restaurants either this week or next week are able to open up at like 25%, and people got to be 6 feet apart. In other words, a lot of restaurants, of course, they're smarter financially to not open up. It's going to cost them money to open up. Like, why would I open up with 25% capacity? If you told me 3 months ago that I was going to have 25% capacity for the rest of the year, I'd close down my whole restaurant. It's not even worth running the place. So just go back and just do all the takeout and the curbside. Now, it's not worth opening, not to mention all the extra costs you now have to put into opening up a restaurant, because you have to hire extra people and extra cleaning ingredients, and you got to disinfect everything and put up dividers and get a new HEPA filter and do it. It's not even worth opening at 25%. So by May 31st, I think things are barely open here. I just saw something like in California, they're not into the phase 2 or whatever till May 29th or something, the end of May. Like, and to force me to have to call, and it says here in the small print, I read it before, but I'll read it again. Initial contact for a free window and door diagnosis must be made and documented on or before 5/31/20, with the appointment then occurring no more than 10 days after the initial contact. So now you're telling me don't call soon, because if I call now, when I got this a few days ago, we were definitely in shutdown. Now I know contractors are essential or whatever, and they're not in shutdown, but again, I don't have to be. I'm not the only one saying this to you. I'm sure. You're a small business owner, which means you're 100 times smarter than the average citizen who believes everything the government tells them. But we know that it's not about, hey, we're open, there it is, economy is back. Like, who knows how long it's going to take until people are not afraid to go out into a restaurant, not afraid to have some guy come into their house and do some work. I don't know that guy. I don't know where he's been. Is he disinfected? Is he going to not stand within 6 feet and not touch my doorknob, and then I'm going to wipe everything off? Look, if I need windows and doors, guess what? I'm pretty sure I've waited a little bit, and I can wait another 2-3 months. And now you're forcing me to call like right away. And even if I did call right away when I got this, that would be like, say, May 1st, May 5th. I got 10 days to have the appointment. The guy's got to be here May 15th when things are completely closed down and people scared out of their mind. I mean, Trump paraded out these swamp-dwelling, hypocritical, and wrong about everything medical experts for like every single day for an hour or two for 2 months, scared the crap out of everybody. Now, of course, don't let any pesky facts get in the way, because now all the numbers and facts come out and go, yeah, this thing ain't anywhere near as deadly as it was, and this isn't going to kill millions and this and that and whatever, and whatever. They were all out of their minds and didn't know what they were talking about. And there's all kinds of things to treat this. And and blah, 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 blah. It's really not as bad, but it is bad for certain segment of people. It's bad for my mother-in-law staying with us. She's over 75, has diabetes, and has some kind of a respiratory thing that she's going to get her MRI finally now that it's this non-essential medical service. She has this horrible cough she's had for a few months. She now has the appointment. She can go tomorrow morning and find out what it is. But that's not a good recipe for getting this virus. I'm like, honey, let's not. I don't understand. You're taking your mom shopping, and I don't care how many gloves she wears and whatever. She's the exact person that this thing would kill, not me, not 95 or more percent of Americans, but the few people, the really susceptible ones, which until the whole world changed 2 months ago, the people who are susceptible, who feel they're afraid of catching something when something's going around, they stay home. The world flipped on its axis 2 months ago, and suddenly, oh no, everyone else has to stay home because some people feel susceptible. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that if I have a fear of flying, all the airlines have to shut down and nobody else can go flying because I have a fear of dying if I get on a plane. Well, the people who have a fear of dying if they catch the virus, so we all have to shut down everything and cause, which you're going to see in the next few months and years, you're going to see more bankruptcy, more suicides, more abuse, more depression, times 100 than's ever been before. Again, the cure much, much worse than the virus. But anyway, so I would have not said crazy year for a milestone. You couldn't do like the Olympics did and said crazy year for the Olympics. So guess what? We're not having the Olympics this year. Why'd you have to do this? Why couldn't you have sent this out in 2 months? How would I know, first of all, when was your 25th anniversary? Do I know the exact date of it? Was it May 31st, 25 years ago? 1995? Do I know that? You couldn't send this out and go, hey, technically our 25th anniversary was back during the lockdown, shutdown, whatever you want to call it. Remember that? So of course we weren't going to have you call and have a guy come into your home back then when everyone was in a panic. But now it's the fall and things are back to normal. Now we're doing our 25, 25, 25. Or you say on here, you have to call by May 31st. But man, you can schedule the service anytime between now and the end of the year. I mean, what is the matter with you? In fact, you could have even said, and all you got to do is put down a deposit or whatever. But they're saying no payments for 2. But anyway, I mean, I would have not done this. They're taking a huge risk, if you ask me. Now here's how it's not a huge risk. The cost for printing and mailing these postcards is not a lot. But the opportunity cost is the huge loss. You're doing such a big promotion, I believe, even if they're getting a 10% of people are scared out of their mind. And the studies show it's about 30. About 30% people scared out of their mind. They don't care what governors and mayors and presidents say right now, and Fauci and whoever. They ain't going nowhere, and they ain't having anybody come in their house. So already you're down 30% on your promotion. Why run it? That's your opportunity cost. You're losing out on, you could have made a lot more money off this promotion if you waited to the end of the summer. Just run something else and call it the pre-25th anniversary sale or the shutdown sale or the whatever. But big companies, when they got everything printed up and the website's ready to go and the this and that and whatever, they don't easily stop and change on a dime. Hopefully you, dear viewer, reader, listener, however you're getting this, hopefully you do. And if you have some kind of promotion, big thing that's 25 years in the works and it needs to be launched right now, I just suggest, prove me wrong if you want, and maybe they're proving me wrong, but I suggest you hold off and you don't say crazy time for a milestone. You realize it actually is a crazy time. It's not a crazy time for the milestone. The milestone's the milestone. It's a crazy time for a promotion. Like, now's not the time. Not here in Arizona anyway, and not in California, Illinois, New York. Anywhere there's anti-Trumper governors that will do anything to crash their own economy for a little bit longer. They don't care. Just get Trump out of there. Not a good time there. If you go into the pro-Trump states, Georgia opened up, I don't know when, a year ago. Like, they're already opened up. They don't give a crap. And Montana or South Dakota never even closed down or whatever. Like, oh, but I'm sorry, I forgot. Trump's got everyone convinced we had no choice. We had to shut down. Really? Tell that to Sweden. Tell that to South Dakota. Tell that to all the people that are going to go bankrupt and get depression and commit suicide and go through all kinds of financial trouble they'll never dig themselves out of, and all kinds of crap, where the shutdown is, of course, causing 100 times more pain and suffering than the virus ever could have. But that's just my opinion. Who the heck am I? I'm not a doctor. I don't even play one on TV. But I do know marketing and advertising, and I suggest you don't say crazy time for promotion and then actually do the promotion. So they did a lot of things right. One major detail they got wrong, and I believe that's a mistake. But who am I? Hopefully they're proving me wrong and they're making a ton of money. And hopefully so are all their contractors. And that means everyone's getting their homes fixed and saving money on their electric bills, because here in the summer in Arizona, it's already been over 100, like every day the last 2 weeks. So already the electric bills are out of control. So hopefully I'm completely wrong and everyone's getting this thing and it's all fantastic. Just my opinion is you do not have to continue with the way things were going to be when the whole world has changed. That's my 2 cents. Anyway, let's go to any questions, comments, concerns. Look at that. This is the first time I'm seeing them over here on the side. Maybe it's the first time they're coming in during one of these with the new Facebook interface here for a Facebook Live on my laptop. But the one and only fantastic marketer, Jeremy Danley, says, and if, it does say that, if, because he's typing it out on a phone. You know, you can't really type out in English on those things, and yet people do. They text all day long. I can never. And if are a restaurant or bar doing takeout, if I'll just say if a restaurant or bar are doing takeout, I have a new crazy promotion guarantee. Oh, now here's the thing. Jeremy is not even asking a question, comment, concern. He's just showing what a genius marketer he is. If you are a restaurant or bar owner right now, and you think, holy crap, I don't know what to do. People aren't going to come in, even though the governor says we can open up and the president says it's a V shape. It's coming back right away. Dude, even if you win a second term, Trump, it might not even come back by the end of your second term. We are in for a long haul of depression, serious recession, whatever you want to call it. But of course, I expect him to be a cheerleader. But anyone that believes that stuff, you're out of your mind. Or anything else he says, now that I think about it. And if a restaurant or bar owner is doing takeout, Jeremy Danley has a crazy new promotion that is not crazy like these guys are crazy, crazy good. And I have experienced it. It is guaranteed, it guarantees to increase your orders in 7 days or less. And from what I saw, it's less. And you go to the website, carryoutcomedybingo.com. carryoutcomedybingo.com. So if you're not watching or reading this or listening to it on the one place here on my facebook.com/smallbizhelp, B-I-Z, where I record these Facebook Live videos every day for the last 3+ years, that's where he's typed this out. Anywhere else, take my word for it. The website is carryoutcomedybingo.com. And Jeremy Danley, who is one of the nation's most accomplished and hilarious comedians, hosts this game show of bingo. Everyone who gets a certain number of orders or spends a certain amount of money in your bar or restaurant on takeout gets the bingo cards. Some people have 2, 5, 10, 20. They can win prizes. They have a lot of fun. It's a way they keep in touch. You keep that community glued to you and to each other, so they can't wait to come back in when you open up. And plus, you up your carry-out, takeout orders. So win, 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 and you really can't lose. Carryoutcomedybingo.com. Now, there is a great promotion that doesn't need any kind of anniversary or anything else. It's just strictly paying attention to what's going on right now and the conversation going on in every bar and restaurant owner's head, which is, holy crap, how do I survive? Jeremy Danley has swooped in to the rescue. Carryoutcomedybingo.com. Okay, that'll do it. For Direct Mail Monday, I don't see anything else. Maybe there are other things that Facebook isn't showing me, but that's all I see live. If you got anything else, post it afterwards wherever you're watching this, listening to it, or reading it. And that'll do it. For Direct Mail Monday, I will catch you back here again tomorrow on Topical Tuesday, where I'll pull something newsworthy out of thin air, and I will teach a business lesson from that. And I hope you'll be with me again here tomorrow. For today, it's over and out. Bye-bye.